All right, welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Martin, of course, because if I'm here, Martin got to be here. And what is that? A panda sighting?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, what's up, Fredo? How you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing really good. Just relaxing, caught up on some sleep. So
that's awesome.
My body's adjusted now, so it should be all right.
Did you stay awake long enough to see some of the games yesterday? See the craziness that we saw yesterday?
Yes. I'm pulling for San Francisco to go all the way.
Dude, Brock Purdy had his ass a game.
Yeah,
this is crazy. I don't know what to do. If he wins the Super Bowl, if he's the dude and he wins the Super Bowl, do you trade Trey Lance?
I don't even want to jump into that.
But what do you?
I'm not answering that because I would hate to be the GM and the coach.
GM?
There.
What decision do you make? I mean, that this is like,
I don't know.
Hard.
That's on them.
Man.
Let them handle that because I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, because you got Jimmy G, you got Trey Lance, and now you got Purdy.
Well, I mean, Jimmy G is going to go somewhere and go be,
So if Jimmy G's gone, then why would you trade Lance?
You trade because Trey is supposed to be the quarterback of the future, unless you believe in Brock Purdy, who's Mr. Irrelevant. Like, you have two rookie quarterbacks, well, almost rookie quarterbacks, that can both lead your team well, and one of them just won you the Super Bowl. This is like Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady the first year when we weren't sure what Tom Brady was. Like that type of question. And if you make the wrong decision and Trey Lance goes out somewhere else and balls out, and you traded him, man, dude, I'm glad I'm not that. I'm glad I'm not John Lynch.
Yeah, I don't want to make that decision. It sucks. Trust me, like it's when you have multiple good quarterbacks, it's like you're gonna have to definitely look at the scheme of the way the players are. Like, we still don't know how Trey Lance really is, but they know what they have out of Brock Purdy because they've had something. Still, I don't think we've seen Brock Purdy's ceiling yet either. So,
because he didn't play, he played okay in the first half, and the second half he just balled the fuck out. I was like, what is going on? This dude is nasty. Like, his accuracy was so good. And, it comes down to the same thing I always say about quarterbacks that play 3-4 years in college. You have more seasoning. Like, they can handle a lot of the stuff a lot more than the 1 year, 2 year guys.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Drew Brees and Phillip Rivers. I mean, they end up trading Brees.
I know, Michael. Michael. Oh, man, that's so bad.
So we all know what happened with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was the Niners, I would see what can I get for Lance. I really would. Just
you traded 3 first-rounders for this dude, and you're never going to give him a chance to play. Like, that's the mind. That's what really messes you up. You're not going to give him an opportunity.
Look what happened in Arizona. They picked up Rosen, and then the following year, they picked up another quarterback.
No, but we already knew Josh Rosen was terrible, so that's okay. You know, when you know something's terrible, but you have no idea. Trey Lance. I mean, the one game they really saw him in was the Bears game, which wasn't even a football game.
No, that wasn't even a game.
It was a monsoon. Like, it was just like playing Killer Man in the backyard with rain. That's not anything. So you don't know what you have. This guy, he might be accurate. He might be everything that all these other great quarterbacks are. He could be as good as T-Law did. It looked in the second half. Like,
he's going to get a chance. He's going to get a chance. Either it's there or somewhere else. But again, I don't. Like I said, I would hate to be making that decision, and maybe they roll out with Trey Lance at the beginning, but then play Purdy. I don't know. They might do a Tua Fitzpatrick situation. So
it's just so hard when you have two rookies. I mean, one of them's going to be Kirk Cousins, is going to be shipped out, and hopefully the other one is not RG3. You know, that's what Washington. Washington had 2 guys. When you have 2, sometimes you don't have none. You have none.
Yeah. I'm not going to say, because we don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows.
No one really knows.
And there's the argument of 12 starts, and it's like, okay, but 12. That's it. Like 12 starts that he really didn't like. It's not enough. Like, people like, yeah, it is. It's enough. I'm like, no, it's not, because for everybody bandwagon on Tua now, This guy had 17 starts, and he
Mhm.
sucked, right? That's what everybody said. But yet he
Yeah.
comes out this year after 2 seasons is kind of bouncing back and forth. All of a sudden, he's great. When
Yep.
healthy,
When he's healthy, he was an MVP candidate.
you can't tell me that 12 is enough. You can't. You need a whole season and a half. It takes 3 years for a quarterback to finally establish himself.
Yep.
Like Daniel Jones is staying in New York.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. And now we might see something out of Love next season. I mean, you got to think about these young QBs coming out. They sat there, they're waiting. 12 starts is not enough.
You know, as much as that Love thing, it kind of is really crazy because if he retires, they take a $60 million cap hit.
Right.
$60 million. That's nuts.
Yeah, well, it happens.
I see your remorse for
Oh yeah,
for Green Bay.
boo-hoo.
So Michael
Well,
says
hey,
he's
man,
gonna do
we'll
good.
do
I don't know about
good.
that. I
think
really
good.
can't agree with you there, and I can't disagree with you. I just can't. I'm not gonna say yes or no. Yeah, I just can't.
If he could throw the ball and be accurate and get the ball to all the playmakers, why couldn't he do well? And then he introduces the being able to run and being athletic too. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, Kaepernick was good. You know, when you have weapons like that, how can you not do
That's
that?
a bold take. That's a bold take.
Hey, I would have fired Brandon Staley yesterday. I would have fired him as soon as Mike Williams got hurt. It's just, why is he in the game? Why is he in the game? And it makes no sense at all. And then now he has a broken, a fracture in his back, and he's out for 3 games. And then you do that game we saw last night. That second half, it was so stupid the way they were playing.
I'm glad you guys watched it, man. I felt I woke up early, did work, and then I powered through, and then I fell asleep at the half. Woke up 3 minutes left. So I was like, "What did I just miss?" I was like, "I just missed or slept through probably one of the greatest comebacks of all time."
It literally was.
I was like, "I can't." I woke up while looking at the kickers lining up to set for the field goal. I was like, I just missed a good comeback. I was a little mad last night.
T-Law was killing it. As bad as he was in the first half, when who throws 4 interceptions in the first half and gets to come out in the second half?
That's remarkable. That right there alone.
He comes back and he has 4 touchdowns.
They had every right to lose throwing 4 picks.
That's your opinion, Michael.
Yeah, you're way off on that.
I think he just has nobody to throw it to.
Like when you can't set, you have no idea. You have no receivers and you have no offensive line, and you think he can't throw. He literally is only running because he has to run.
Komet's
I don't want to
good.
get too much on him.
Yeah,
Komet's
he just
good.
on Tuesday actually.
Yeah,
Mooney's good, but the problem is
he was hurt.
Defenses know that's the only people they know they have. It's kind of easy to just protect because Claypool ain't catching it. Sorry to say, but
Claypool don't even know what route to run. He was like, "Hey, what am I running again?"
Double Mooney and double freaking Komet. Put a DB and a linebacker on Komet. I don't know. It's just too easy. You need more pass catchers. You need more talent there, and the talent that Fields has now is not it.
Yeah.
So
and then you can't block when you go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
that's
Jonathan,
just the way it is, man.
That's a boss move. Put $5 on them 27-0, 27-0, 1,380. Yeah, that's boss. That's crazy.
That's awesome. Congrats.
No, that's also like real.
First half, nice.
Dude, that's amazing.
Sandy,
I don't throw $5 out the window because that's what that would be.
So Sandy last night, she was watching the game and the Gronk commercial, FanDuel came on.
Yeah.
Of $150. So
she did.
Yeah, she put $150 on the Bills she parlayed the Bills. Josh Allen getting or Stephon Diggs getting anytime touchdown.
Mm-hmm. This is good.
And Josh Allen throwing the 2 touchdowns. And the only one I'm worried about is he has to get 260 yards. It's the only one I'm
total
worried
yards or passing yards?
Total.
He could do 260 total.
Or not, or I'll have to look at it.
Because if it's total yards, I think he could do it between running and passing.
I think it might be passing yards, actually. I'm going to have to look at it again, but that's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah, the worry with that is they could be out. They could be up 31-0 and they pull.
Right, and then just put Casey in, yeah. Yep. The thing is, so she put that in, and she goes, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, "It's possible." My only worry is this 260, because if they're up by like a crap ton of points, they're gonna pull them.
Yep.
So
31-3 or something like that. You can see
he's
that
averaged. He's averaged between 200 and 400, so he's usually about 300. Anywhere between 250 and 350. So that's kind of hard. I'm like, if you win, you're taking us out, because no, it was like almost 588.
That's a really good one.
Yes, I was like,
I like that.
Yeah,
you better win.
So we'll see.
Anyone who thinks Fields can't throw needs to see him throw to Olave in the college football playoff, or see the game when he played Clemson with the 6 touchdowns, or what he did to Garrett Wilson, or any of those things.
Hey man,
it's all right. You have a great quarterback and you had a good defense. Everything was there. Literally, your coach lost you the game. And the fact that if Mike Williams was on that field, I don't think we would have saw this comeback.
No, look, Mike will be everything. He'll be fine next week. He'll be fine next week. I've been through it. We've all been through it, man. It's the worst feeling to watch your team and just trust me. I know everybody's been through a loss in the playoffs. And
here you go, Michael. I was at the double doink game. I was on the 50-yard line at the double doink game.
Michael might not know what that is.
Oh, wait a minute.
It was a playoff game, I'm sure.
Michael's one of our youngest viewers, man.
I know Mike, but I figure he's 16 or 17. This is 3 years ago.
I don't know, but I know he's young enough. He's young that he might. I don't know. Well, explain it. Tell him.
So the Bears offense was terrible. The Bears defense was great. If we beat the Eagles, there's a good chance we can make it to all of the NFC Championship game. We make it to like the 30-yard line for a game-winning field goal, and the first one, our kicker kicks the ball and it barely goes through. We're like, yeah, we won the game. And they called a timeout right before. But it looked so hesitant. We were worried. The next time he kicks the ball, it bounces off one upright, then hits the bottom upright and bounces out. And we lose. And I had to take a long train ride all the way home. And it's in Chicago. Like, it was the quietest stadium I've ever heard. Ever. Like, you could hear a pin drop, and this one guy's like, "Parker, you suck," and that's all you heard.
Wait, so is Michael a fan of LA?
He's a Chargers fan.
Remember the jersey?
So he knows the double
jersey.
doink because guess who was part of the double doink? The Jags head coach was part of the other team.
Oh yeah,
when he did the double doink.
Yep.
I have the video clip if you guys want to.
I don't know. You don't. I don't know.
Anyway, it was horrible.
Is it okay to play it or
no? Absolutely not. You guys messed up last week. You guys literally played a whole game. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah. Yes, you guys kept rolling the whole thing over and over and over. I'm like, look, if you guys pause it and show little clips of it, you'll be fine. But you guys kept rewinding and playing it over and over and whatever the hell it was. I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah,
absolutely not.
I forgot. Well, you can blur it out in post so you don't get the copyright strike.
No, I'm not.
Fredo, play it, but pause it. Where are you going to put the double doink on? Is that what you're about to do?
Yeah.
Let me handle it.
Or I will leave it alone. I don't want to get in trouble.
Let me handle it.
Yeah,
Let me
you
have
got
it.
it. You got it.
There you go. Hold on. Oh, you got going?
Hold on.
No,
I
I'm taking it
do
out.
have it, unless you want to, unless you're gonna pause it. But the
Yeah.
thing is, you can't freeze frame it right where the kick's at. So I have it. It's right here.
Relive my nightmare.
But I try to pause it right where the kick's at. Okay, I tried to pause it right where the kick's at. So the kick actually goes right here. And I believe this, I don't know. Can you see my cursor? I don't see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right here, I think, is where Jonathan was saying where it was tipped.
Yeah. It was barely tipped up, but it was tipped.
I mean, it doesn't even look like it was actually tipped, but it happened so fast.
It's a 43-yard field goal. And he hit the first one, but he short-legged it. Like he was afraid to kick the ball. It was crazy.
Parky sucks.
Right there. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell it was tipped. The
Yeah.
way it wobbles too. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
I'm
that.
not even. Hold on. Let me put it to where it hits the goalpost. Where it hits the goalpost and then bounces back, right? Is that what basically would happen for you guys?
Hit the left upright,
Yeah.
and then hits the right
here it
upright.
is.
I mean,
I'm sure real quick and turn it back off. Boom,
doof,
boom,
doof.
gone.
I'm leaving. I can't do this.
And the funny thing is, Parquet hit goalpost like I think 7 times.
Oh, wow. Matt Nagy's face is amazing. The way he looks is stupid.
That became a meme. That became a meme.
I didn't realize it was this game. I didn't realize it was this game.
Because
That was the meme right there.
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like it's a 43-yard chip shot. Like he's hit so many goalposts that year. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He hit 4 goalposts in the Lions game.
No, it was Miami. Was it I believe
It was the
Miami.
Lion game because he hit 4. He had 2 throughout the time. I remember because I was at the game. I was literally there. I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, you want to hear the best part of it? The week before, our fucking Nostradamus Alfredo called it. He's like, "What if we lose by like a field goal?" And then we laugh. And he goes, "Oh," and it hits the upright, and we laugh again. We're like, "No, that's so stupid."
Only Fredo.
Yeah,
Only
I
Fredo.
did say that.
You know what? This is
I said a 40-yarder, and I think the kick was what 42, 43.
Yeah. Thanks. Wasted all my damn money.
I was like, the first thing I thought was like, I'm like, oh my god, that sucks. And then I'm like, didn't Fredo say this? I was like, what the?
What does Jonathan say? I'd rather miss a field goal than have a safety tackle my corner and let Case Keenum win a playoff game. Yeah, I remember that.
That's funny.
Or a blatant no call. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. To this question, I think he stays in Seattle.
I think so too.
Whoa. Georgia player Stafford die in car crash.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Sad.
Well, I know I just got get my first shot out the way. My Khalil Mack.
Oh yeah.
I have 4 shots sitting here, guys. 4 of them. By the end of the show, I'm gonna be
4?
totally slurred.
I think I owe 1. Hold on.
I'm doing them all right now. Here's number 1, guys. Here we go.
Hold on. If I cancel out one of them, right? Because you owe me one. I owe you one.
Oh, yeah.
That should cancel one out. Yeah.
I'm going to cancel one out unless you want me to drink.
No, that's okay. Cancel one out. Woo!
Oh,
So only Tank owes one, and then you owe the 3 then.
Oh my god!
Which is the most annoying because last week I poured it out. I showed the camera, and then we started talking. And I never took the actual shot.
Yeah, he forgot. He totally.
So like I didn't want to waste it, so I took the shot like after the stream, but I never took it.
Oh
The
man,
morning
that's
spike, y'all.
ooh.
Yeah.
We
That's
bet spike bets early morning. Here's the consequence. One of us actually quit
God,
because he had so many to do and he never came back after that. Don't tell me he did.
I can't argue that point.
I mean, he's
much as I
come
want
back
to, but-
before. He could have at least taken 1 or 2 then, but no.
He comes back. He's like, "Is Martin on?" All right, hold on. I come on
Yeah.
now.
Are we going over the 2009 Super Bowl next? Hello, Mark. I don't know. Are we?
Look, we're just talking about my pain, okay? Some things just stay with me.
Yeah, that was the moment the whole city just like, I don't know, collectively like died as Bear fans. Like that was the last straw. Like we lost so many Bears fans because of that game.
Yeah.
I remember going on the train and everyone's just filing out, and then we're walking through the little tunnel, and then someone says, "That's all right, fuck Green Bay," and then everyone's like, "Yeah, Green Bay sucks," and that's how we all walked out. Had nothing to do with anything else.
If you really want to talk about the 2009 Super Bowl,
oh, I took a shot and then I drank my coffee. What the fuck? That was the worst thing possible. And I have water.
all right. Look, the 2009 Super Bowl, I called out. Of course, the technology then wasn't up to par that we have now. Had we had the technology now, the Cardinals would have won that game.
Because you don't think he caught that ball?
No, I saw the way his feet was at the time. I was playing a lot of receiver and tight end / linebacker. I was still quick then, before I got demoted to linebacker full time because I was still able to keep up, right? So I was playing. I looked at his feet. I'm like, that's not a catch. Santonio Holmes did not catch that. It's not a catch. But at the end of it, his toes, one was overlapping the other, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now.
It was not a toe tap from both of his feet. And I yelled, I'm like, that's not a touchdown. But then, of course, they wouldn't have the reviewing process then, and we didn't have all that. So as Arizona as a whole, we were all sad because whether you were a Cardinals fan or not, that was the first time that we had a team that was good enough to represent the state. And everybody here knows that if you live here, that's your second favorite team because you live here. And that just comes with the territory. Like wherever you live, like say your team doesn't make it, you're gonna vote for whatever's the closest team near you. It's just kind of common. It's just what happens, unless you really hate that team. But anyways, that's
if I move to Green Bay, I will never be a Green Bay fan. It would never be my second favorite team.
I would. You're not. You
Detroit.
have like 4
Detroit
choices.
and Minnesota before.
You have like 4 choices. Stop.
I would literally
the way we were watching that game. I remember my neighbors on the other side of my backyard, bro. All he said was when made that final touchdown, the Cardinals did before the Santonio Holmes one, is all I hear from the other across the way was, yeah, F the Steelers. And I was like, yes, that's exactly how everybody felt. It was hilarious. And then they come back and they do that, and we're like, okay. It was, again, it sucks.
Hey, I don't like to say Martin's right very often. That's not something I like doing. But
you do. We agree on a lot of stuff.
I don't like saying it. I don't
see, look at this. There it is. I saw that.
That's
and
close,
everybody
man.
said it was. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it might not be super. It might not have been a catch.
No. The technology then in 2009 was not up to par of what we have now. What, he's drunk already? What happened?
That was it. He was done. He was like, all right.
The shot plus coffee made a puke.
One shot, guys. That's all it took. He's calling one shot Kramer. That's what.
I have a question about. Or hold on.
Oh, the 6 leg from above. Oh, I want to see that.
All right,
again.
so hold on. Mark mentions the comment, and then Braden hates it. And yes, exactly how I said. His second foot didn't touch. Yeah, I know. I feel you, dude. That's exactly how. And sorry, you meant the 2007 Super Bowl, but I do agree. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go over another Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was enough. That's enough, guys.
All right. I have a question for my six leg above.
Would you cash out in the Bucs game?
But I didn't think it will hit 45.5.
It's scary. That's scary because if you play the under, Dallas scores a lot of points. I could see Dallas losing, but they score a lot of points.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
We should have a grievance show. I'm telling you, just bring all your
grievances. It's the therapy shows.
Bring it all in.
It's the therapy shows that we're gonna have, no matter what the title of that week is. If I see divisional breakdowns 2022 and you see all our ugly faces on there, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong because we're doing the therapy sessions. Tank owes me 2 of them. We usually do 1, but we're doing 2 because I think
I don't know if 2's long enough, man. 2?
I don't think so either. But here's the thing: I
bring
all
your
grievances
to one episode. Oh my gosh!
I want a part 1 and a part 2, and Tank, you can't rob me this year. I was so mad at you last year. Oh, we're gonna keep pushing it. We're gonna do divisions. I want to do divisions. I want to do divisions. Nobody cares. I have 3 months to talk about divisions. I don't care. I wanted to complain. I wanted to be mad, and you robbed that from me. I don't care, Tank.
I'm trying to remember. Didn't we do that? Because then, if we do it this year,
I wouldn't be this upset
right after the end of the season.
I wouldn't be this upset if you didn't give me my 2 episodes.
So we did it for the Bears for the Panda and Grizzly show, but we didn't do it for the one in Spike.
That's not the same. That's not the same. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. You see how hurt I am right now, Tank. A whole year later,
a bowl of sausages. I'm gonna have a heart attack, but it's all right.
If that's not the most Chicago thing ever.
A bowl of sausages.
Yeah. We'll do the therapy session because I think there's a week in between the championship games and the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, the Pro Bowl, flag football stuff.
Well, I thought that was our awards. That was the awards one. We'll talk about this later.
We're doing, yeah, but it's we're gonna do both shows either on or before, or on or after, before or after Super Bowl. So, because we're gonna do our award show again, and we're gonna do our grievance award or grievance show for sure. Oh yeah.
So can't wait for more of the same BS today. Oh boy, Mickey noise cough Jacksonville. Hey, whatever. Jacksonville I don't even know if they won the game as much as Brandon Staley lost the game. Brandon Staley lost you guys that game. That's just what it is.
Do you think tomorrow will be on? I hope so. I really hope
Wasn't
so.
that one of the coolest pictures you guys have seen? Like him coming in with the team and after, was it 10 days?
10 days.
10 days later, he's coming back and he's hanging out with the team and being at the facility. He has to be at the game.
That's
I think he has to be in the owner's box.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Somewhere sitting. I don't think he'll be. Well, all right. So the question is sideline. I don't know if he'll be on the sideline. I think he'll be with like up in the suites or something, somewhere there. I think it'd be easier for them to keep an eye on him. Just anything he actually needs.
I think if they get to the Super Bowl, he'll be on the sideline.
I can see that. I'm saying he'd be on the sideline for the first few plays or series, and then after he's going up to the field. Just for morale, just to encourage those guys.
I just worry about anything happening because the action on the field, he can't get out the way. Last thing the NFL wants to see him get hurt.
So let me answer this real quick. He's from Arizona. Well, actually, no, he's not. But he was raised in Arizona-ish. He spent most of his life here in Arizona. But he's from Washington, hence why he's a Washington fan. Also means he's a Washington Capitals fan. So that's, I'll answer that for him. But he's been like everybody's been rooting for Arizona. Like if you live here like more than a good handful of years, you just kind of like either you feel bad for them or you just kind of like, well, I live here, so my team did like it's just I don't know. There's something about Arizona, like we're so nice out here. I don't know, like we're just a lovely bunch of tan type of group.
I think it's too hot to be angry. I will be angry with you, man. It's gonna make me hotter.
One thing I argue about Arizona is we're an outdoor state. Like, if you're an outdoor type person, this is the state for you. And you can go up north. The weather's beautiful. We're all tan and lovely looking because of the sun. But that's just the way it is. Other than that, it's too damn hot certain times. So yeah. I don't know if I could root for Baltimore or Washington or Carolina.
Yeah, I understand. He's a New Orleans fan.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I got my Ravens jersey on, even though Lamar's not playing.
Yeah, that's auto lose.
And they're going to play both quarterbacks. So Huntley's going to play, and the rookie's going to play. Brown is going to play too. That's crazy. And Bridgewater is active for Miami.
That might not be the worst idea, because then if you flip flop, it's hard to make a game plan when you're like, all right, now we got him, and then like if you just throw in like every other series or something like that, a different quarterback. The only thing is like, is Brown good enough?
No, but he
no, but I agree with you, Donnie.
Just confusion.
Yes, that
so we have three separate types of tan lines on our calf muscles.
Depends on where you wear your shorts. That's true.
That's funny.
The day the Saints beat the Colts made me so happy I could not believe we didn't win another one. Yeah, I mean, have enough Saints grievances in the past 5 years for a lifetime.
It could be bad. That's bad, but you know what? You could be a Bears fan. We have enough for everyone's lifetime. Everybody's.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Whatever they, and you could tell, like, the way the second half he came in, it was just a different T-Lo, man.
It's all about coaching. It's all about coaching.
I had to rewind and watch it because, and then I felt stupid rewatching it. I was like, after everything I know, I was like just expecting it. Like, it was just a different type. Like, the first half, it was like he was just not giving himself some time.
He was rushing his throws. They were going with a game plan. He was expecting people to you throw people open, and there's too many defenses ready. They understand what's going on. Instead of kind of making the defense react to you, he was reacting to the defense, and that was kind of what was going on, and that's how he threw those interceptions. The second half, I think it was almost like everyone was like, all the pressure's off my back, whatever. I'm just going to go out here and play. And he played, and he was getting those guys open, with running room, and that's what happens. You do that, you can win the game, and they did. And then, of course, that San Diego's kicker Dicker effed them over, effed over San Diego with them in that 36-yard field goal.
It just shows you that T-Law is a person that kind of had to
Jazz jinx.
Plus, they are.
I fell asleep, man. Go ahead.
I agree. No, but this is almost exactly what he was saying. What Martin was saying. Sometimes you got to stay with a young quarterback.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier. Me and Alfredo were talking about. Yeah, you can't. Do you stick with your young quarterback, or do you go to the next guy? Who do you go with? It's the same type of thing. Sometimes you just stick with him, and he can prove you right. Yeah, and that's what T-Law did.
I mean, T-Law's a winner, so I think you were saying last week or week before, is like learning to win is hard, and T-Law knows how to win. So, like you said, the pressure. Winner, I turned off the game because I'm like, all right, well, that's game over. And then Mark is like, they're down by 3 points. I was like, what?
that I didn't do. That I didn't do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I can watch something better. I was like, but I watched the rest of the last 5 minutes or whatever it was, and then I went back and started the half over again so I could rewatch it. So yeah,
I would talk about you guys, but
crazy.
I turned it off my TV and watched it on my iPad. I didn't want to subject anyone else in my house to have to watch the game, but I can't turn it off. Just watching on my iPad, my headphones on.
See, here's one thing I can one thing I always agreed with Mark. Mark and I have gone through many games, and there's always one thing where we always watch people leave, or like, what are y'all doing, man? Like, and that's one thing we've always agreed on. We've stayed till the last second because things can go drastically the other way. And we've seen comebacks before live, and it was just nuts that we're like, this is possible, and people have already left. We're like, hey, man, why'd you leave? Or we're about to go into overtime. Like, but last night I fell asleep, and I'm like, damn. So there's nothing I could have done about that. But I would have watched the whole thing, and I just feel dumb for just falling asleep. Like, it was just bad.
You haven't had the Chicago anger that we've had. Like, we have to watch a game and realize you're down 20 with 4 minutes left, and you don't want to sit there and wait in traffic and then have to talk about everyone being angry.
I'm not saying you're going to come back and win. I'm just saying there could be a really cool play that could be talked about for weeks.
Yeah, we'll just be
like,
mad.
I don't want to be missing that one cool ass play. Like, what if, like, you're down by 4 minutes, right? You score 2 touchdowns in those 4 minutes. Like, it's possible. And one of them's like an 80-yard bomb, and he jukes like both safeties. Like, that's going to be talked about for weeks. But I mean, it's just make her angry.
With having to wait for 38 years for another Super Bowl, you just make us more angry. That's all it would be. It's just more anger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I never leave a live game. If you leave a live game, you're just wasting money for me. You know, like with that. To my defense, Avengers Endgame was also on, so I figured that was a better time. You know, so so I mean, I thought the game was over. Like that was it. You know, but
oh my god. You could easily go on Disney Plus and watch that anytime you want.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's no excuse.
But when it's given to you, it's a little different.
It's like when it's on on regular TV, you turn on TNT and it's on. It's different.
But no, I turned it back on, and after the game, I went back and rewatched it. You know, because I wanted to know how did that happen. And like Brian, you said, T-Law was just a completely different person. It was insane. I was so impressed by what T-Law did. Just the way he acted, the way like his composure was different. Just when he snapped the ball,
all the pressure was off.
Everything was different.
He was thinking the whole game. I gotta win. I gotta prove everyone right. I gotta put him on my back. And then really, it seemed like he came out the second half. Was like, all right, we're just gonna go play football. I'm gonna throw it to all my guys. We're gonna see what we could do. Yeah. We win, great. If we lose, whatever. They already thought we were gonna lose. So there's no more pressure on them.
Yeah. So I left early because I saw the Cardinals getting killed to not deal with. See, I can't deal with that. That's not me.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I don't know. I'm okay with sitting in the trap. It's not that bad. Like, I don't know. For me, I've sat in some horrible traffic before, and I feel like leaving the Cardinals Stadium is not that bad. But that's just the way.
Leaving the Soldier Field is like that bad. It could take you 3 hours to get home if you live 30 minutes away.
And you live down the block.
Yeah. Brian, have a bowl of sausage because you're not you when you're hungry, and you also have the bigger moment when the Hulk brought everyone back in the end game, and when all 3 Spider-Mans were in all one movie.
He's awesome.
Hey, Kadani, look, after the show,
let's take a shot, man. Let's go.
Take another one, Jesus. All right.
All right. I mean, that's some super fan shit. You know, it's like that's what it was like, a bowl of sausage. I was like,
you still got one
like,
more, man.
What's for breakfast? Like, a bowl of sausage and a shot.
He still has one more, bro.
Of Hennessy. God,
Hennessy. Of course, Hennessy. Like that's like a Chicago. Like I feel like I don't know if that's more of a Chicago thing than anything.
I don't know. I think Crown Royal would have been more Chicago, but I couldn't get up to the.
That's true.
Enough. I had to still in the velvet bag. I was like, I can grab that, but we'll wait.
Yeah, I spent 100. Yeah, I just can't do it. That's just money spent, man. Leaving Washington D.C. is already bad on top of the stadium being possibly the worst in the NFL. It's I don't know.
You haven't been to Soldier Field. That's all.
Soldier Field ain't that bad. I'm just looking already.
It really is.
Yeah, but there's I don't know. I would like to go. I mean, I feel like it's not the worst stadium.
Oh, like if you come out here, I'm gonna take you to a game, but you have to see. Being there is great, but understand it's the second smallest stadium in all the NFL. The grass is the worst. It's just, and you have no room.
The city owns it.
Yeah, your cell phone doesn't work. It's awful. Tailgate is great.
Okay.
Yeah. That was awesome.
That I don't think that's enough to convince me, man. You let it off with being there is great.
It is.
That's all I
Being
need.
there is great, but the stadium. It's
all I
not
need.
because of the stadium. It's not because of the stadium. It's because you're a Bears fan and you're surrounded by other Bears fans.
The crowd was awesome. Like tailgating, that
How's
was.
the-
I mean,
okay.
McCaskey was walking around the tailgating people. That blew me
How's
off,
the
like,
people
mind.
there when the other opponent is sitting next to you?
Oh,
Be
we're
honest,
horrible.
be honest. Are you
We're
guys
horrible.
humble about it, or are you guys cool
Humble.
about it?
If it's
No.
Green Bay,
Like, if there's
it's
enough-
anyone
like,
but
if you
Green
guys-
Bay. Anyone
like-
but Green Bay. If it's Green Bay, you might
If a
see a
Lions
fight.
fan or a Vikings fan is sitting there next to you and they score a touchdown, they're cheering or whatever.
He might get stunned.
Well, no.
No,
because-
be honest.
He might
No.
get stunned. I'm dead serious. Someone might will come out of the crowd and stun him right there.
No, because
And then
when
flick
I
him
went
out and
to
then walk off.
the last Bears game I went to was against the
I don't believe
Ravens,
that.
and just as a Ravens fan / Bears, and there was like 3 or 4 Ravens guys in front of me, and the 2 behind me. Any good play the Bears did, they pat me on the back like, "Hey, that was good," and vice versa. Like there was a big, nice play that the Ravens did. I'm like, "Damn, you guys got lucky. That guy's good." And small little talk, small conversation. So it's
But that's
not
the
like
Ravens. If it's a Vikings fan, he
the
literally is gonna
Vikings
get
guy
choke
would've been the
slammed.
same. Now, the only person I would try to avoid contact with would
That's
be
you.
Packers.
I'm telling you,
Packers.
people would choke slam someone from the Vikings.
Nah,
But there's no reason for me to get.
well, I mean, it's
No.
kind of like it's Fredo.
Detroit,
It's hard to
maybe.
it's hard to argue that when the video came out 2 weeks ago of like the guy at Soldier Field with the Packers jersey and they got pushed and then he tumbled down 300 level. 300
Like-
level is like straight down. Like
Right.
he could have easily
But-
fell onto
okay.
the field.
like I said though, Kramer, if it was a Packer guy, I wouldn't even fuck with it. Any other
We're-
player from any other team, okay, cool, blah 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 blah. Lions, Vikings, same thing. But the Packer guy, I would like, yeah, fuck him. Whatever.
We're not Philly fans, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, we're not
Philly
the
fans
worst.
is like you just look at somebody and there's an all-out fight.
Yeah, so Martin, Soldier Field's nice. When they did everything, they
It's
put a
looks
stadium
horrible.
within the stadium,
Yeah, it looks
and
horrible.
everything's so much closer to the field. Because back then the field was like you're.
Well, I mean, it's
away.
an old stadium.
Right.
No, so they redid it, and instead of building out, they built up.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
like
they
it's
put it,
literally-
everything's so much
That's not
closer
safe.
to the
Yeah,
field.
no, look,
Yeah,
dude,
it's not.
you be in the 400 level, you will literally fall, and no one can stop you.
It's
from
like
falling.
straight. It's almost straight up, man. It's not even like it's not even exaggerating. It is.
What?
Like you have to
Yo.
climb a ladder straight.
Why
what
did
you
you
see-
build a new stadium for him, bro? Like, God,
That's
man,
what they're
dope.
doing.
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be at Arlington
Oh,
Heights.
in Arlington Heights.
But yeah, no, like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
It's not the Chicago Bears.
But I would say leaving is the worst because you're stuck between the water behind you, semi-expressway on the other side. So you have to cross an expressway to get into everything, basically. And that expressway or whatever is like one of the worst like
Where's
ever
the
because it's Lakeshore
location
Drive.
going to be at?
Suburbs, Arlington Heights.
is- yeah, suburbs. It's
I
gonna be
think the
300
Lions and Bears
acres.
fans shit. Uh-huh.
Zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Bear of the Jungle to Mafusa. It's stupid. No, man. Like, I think toss him off the side. No, man.
Yeah.
And here's
That's
the
exactly
thing,
what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Johnson's Bears fans are, in my opinion, the worst. They're Cowboys fans.
Cowboys fans.
So many. I have.
They are. They are.
I've
I've
seen
worked
some
with
nice
Cowboys
ones, man.
fans.
I've looked.
They're
Raiders
not- they're
fans,
not-
like, and not all
They're
of them
annoying.
are like this though. Not all of them are like that though. So, Chicago made like 2.2 billion to keep the Bears in Chicago.
But it's not
But
enough.
they can still
Not
keep
enough.
them in Chicago though.
They could, but it's not going to happen.
It's not gonna happen. No, Chicago is too congested. You understand? Like it's literally,
Yeah.
you know,
They can put as much money they want into it. At the end of the day, the Bears don't own the stadium.
Yep.
They don't own that land. They don't own that area. They don't
No,
own
they
that
don't.
property. Where they can go somewhere else and have bigger land and own it all. You know, And there's gonna be a casino supposedly in it, so you can
Casino,
like get drunk and then go waste all your money.
Spend all your money in the same place, and then you can take the train home, all in the same place.
Yeah, jump on the metro. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So it doesn't matter. I mean, Chicago, the art that they put out, like, oh, this is what we want it to look like. I was like, that's insane, because that would be the best, probably the best stadium in the country.
In my opinion, Minnesota.
But it
has
would
the
be
best,
way too much.
Minnesota has the best stadium in the entire country, even more than SoFi. I like Minnesota's more.
Yeah. Well, the Bears, the one they want to put a retractable roof, but it's glass, so even when it's closed, you can still see outside. Yeah, that's stupid. Let a hailstorm happen and then see what.
No, so obviously they were just doing stuff. They were just throwing things out there.
Yeah, they're throwing.
Right.
Yeah, they got somebody to draw some fancy pictures.
Yeah, is it gonna transform into a fucking Megatron or something? I mean, there's a lot of fancy stuff going on over there. It's ridiculous. Let's keep it real.
Hey,
So
Braden, yes. If the Cardinals are playing the Bears, yes, we're going to go to the game. We're going to the game. I'm going to get the tickets. Don't worry about it. It's happening.
That'd be fun.
I don't think Braden would pass up free tickets, man.
I
I don't think Braden would pass up free tickets, bro.
It's gonna be tickets. We're gonna do tailgating. We're gonna do the whole thing. This is gonna be awesome.
If I could put a casino in like Mr. Krabs when SpongeBob's face King Neptune in the Burger Challenge. Don't worry, boy. I have total confidence in you, but put it on.
Neptune.
Yeah, you know it's funny you bring that up. Like I thought about the same thing too. SoFi.
That's funny.
SoFi.
SoFi doesn't have.
SoFi's
They don't have They don't have air conditioning, right?
I'm not. I don't know.
Do they need it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because they're going to be hot times. Like that will piss me off.
That's why it's open,
piss you
though.
off, Tank.
Yeah, it's open.
Cards at Bears is happening this season. So
hey.
Oh, if it is.
Just wait. I got connects.
I've never been into Minnesota. Okay. Brian Sings Bears this year's. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be against you all week.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. You know what? I don't hate the Saints. I literally just I don't. There's this. I only hate one team, Green Bay. Like there's nothing about Green Bay I like. I don't like the color green. I don't like green and gold together. Like if I saw someone on the street, like if it was a kitty and I need to help him out of a tree and he had green on, I would probably just leave him up there. Like,
don't leave the cat.
It's like I hate green so much.
Get the cat, go on the Dan Ryan and throw him over. That's it.
I wouldn't. I'm not doing anything. If Aaron Rodgers needed my help and like his tires were on fire and I had a fire extinguisher in my hand, I probably still wouldn't use it. I'd probably throw it off the expressway. I'm like, good luck, bro. Literally, I hate everything Green Bay. Brett Favre. Hate Wrangler jeans. Hate all of it.
You hate texting.
Saints got a cupcake schedule. Yeah.
17.
Wow.
17.
Okay. Settle down, bro.
There you go, man. Positive vibes. Like positive vibes. Put it out there. It might happen.
Yeah. Who's the one guy last year who said the Vikings were going to only lose 2 games? Going to be second best.
He was close.
That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That was 2 years
ago.
Yeah,
this year,
close, though.
again, he was a year off.
Yeah.
The plus or minus is on like 4, but whatever. They win.
Yeah.
Hey.
So,
what do you guys think about this game, the Minnesota Giants game?
I was trying to transition into that.
Yeah.
I've been trying, but no, it's fine. It's fine. That's a perfect transition with the Giants in New York. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's in Minnesota, so
yep. The U.S. Bank Stadium is amazing. It's beautiful.
I feel like New York can pull it off.
I feel like they can too. I honestly feel like Daniel Jones has it. Saquon could be there. Their defense has been doing well enough. The Giants have learned how to not have receivers. Like it just is working out, and I feel like they're going to try hard. Minnesota has more talent. I just don't see it.
No, I don't see it. The Giants are going to take it. I mean, they're going to take it, man.
That's exactly what happened. Like Yes.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm an engineer by trade, guys. Oh, it's gonna be like a scene of Saw.
Go ahead, Fredo. I'm just showing them while you speak, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I mean, yeah. Minnesota just got there. They got lucky. So I think the stronger team is Giants. They might not look at it paper, but they're the stronger team.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Status
the
speaking.
Exactly,
Giants.
man. There you go.
Yeah. You know, there you go. Just like Jonathan said, the Giants are winning. I feel like they're winning. But there is a possibility that the Vikings pull it off.
There's just so much talent over there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They still have
there
JJ.
is.
You have JJ. You have Thielen. You have what's the other receiver?
That's very true.
They have so much
You
talent.
have Cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in this game that both of them potentially can. Like, I'm gonna say the Giants are gonna win. Overall, I think they have more talent because the defense of Minnesota is not gonna be able to hold up.
Right.
That's what I think what's gonna happen. They're not gonna be able to hold up. Where the Giants' defense is a little bit better, and I know the offense isn't as great as maybe the Vikings is, but it's good enough to get it done.
Here's my thing. They're playing at 3:00, and Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk Cousin. That's what's going to happen. Kirk Cousins, he's just going to do it. He's going to do him, and next thing you know, like they might be up 33-18, and they're going to lose like 33-34, because that's what Kirk Cousins does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's not a noon game or something like that,
If it's not a noon game and no one's watching,
that weird that is.
If it's prime time game, Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk Cousin. That's just what's going to happen.
What's the noon game today? The Dolphins and Bills?
Yeah.
No, that's the
smart.
very first game.
No,
after,
no.
like in
That's
and
the
out.
noon.
Yeah.
It's the noon game.
Well,
'cause that's
Get
that out the
the
way.
first game.
yeah. Get that out the way. You don't want to.
So
watching that.
they leaked the pre game for the Giants game. Here, let me show you.
Help us, God. That's funny. That's good. I like that.
Why?
Why not? Why wouldn't you? Come on.
That's their.
Hey, the Giants definitely win if they get Icebox. Come on, don't worry about it. They got
Yeah, they are. They are. I agree.
Yeah,
I just, the ball clears. Yeah. It's just the thing is, like, overall, like in general, I think that the Giants are going to be able to pull it off, and it's because of the Vikings defense. The Vikings defense is going to be just giving it up to these guys. Like it's just the way I feel about it.
You have to jump on. If you jump on Minnesota, I'm saying their confidence just goes down, and the frustration grows, and then you can just destroy them. That's what when they lose games, they lose big.
Mm-hmm.
They win the close games, they lose big.
That's the one I have.
Yeah,
that's the one I have. He's talking about mine. We'll just switch over. We'll play it. That's the one I have. He's talking about this one.
All hail the New York Giants!
That's awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
We just gotta have Kirk Cousin. That's all.
I want to go back.
That's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. I want to go back.
You got it?
There we go.
There you go.
That was weird. All right. But yeah. I don't know. Like that's probably the one game that's gonna tilt everything. I feel like the Buffalo Bills are gonna win. Cincinnati Bengals are gonna win. The one game that's like up in the air is the Giants and the Minnesota Vikings.
And then tomorrow, that Tampa Dallas game. I don't know. Everything in my mind says choose Dallas. But like, how can you choose Dallas? All they do is lose these games. This is all they do. This is what Dak Prescott's known for. And all Tom Brady does is win these games.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think the Cowboys are going to pull it off. It doesn't make any sense. I still feel like the Cowboys are going to pull it off. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like whatever team comes out to AFC is winning the Super Bowl. I don't see the NFC winning this year. Yeah.
Unless it's 49ers. San Francisco could beat any team.
You don't think the Eagles can do it?
If Hurts is not healthy.
He'll be healthy by then.
I mean, he said that he's in major pain right now.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
I think, but I know if the Eagles make it that far, though, that's multiple weeks.
Yeah, if they make it, because that's without Hurts playing.
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying if they make
Hurts
it
is
that
gonna
far.
Hurts is gonna play. I mean, he played last week. I mean, and he looked okay, but you could tell every time he threw the ball, the separation, that shoulder is hurting him.
Mhm.
They're shooting it up, but it only allows him to have so much movement. You can see those things, and he's not running the same way because he's afraid to get hurt.
Yeah.
So
Tampa wins. Fire Keelan Moore. You know, I feel like there's so many
McCarthy's
moves
getting
like
fired.
say what?
Tampa wins, McCarthy gets fired.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore staying there no matter what. McCarthy's super fired.
Yeah. But they already don't like him, don't they?
Yeah, they love him.
Yeah.
Do they? They love him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's the teams are now moving on to different. Like it's crazy that a handful of years ago that you would say that they're keeping guys, or it's easier for them to say they're keeping guys. Now it seems like if you don't perform within the first couple of years, you see him just moving on with people.
Yep.
Coaches, QBs, like it's crazy to see that QBs are now just leaving their teams and they've been there for a while, and they're just like it's just easy for teams to do it now. It's just kind of
they're keeping Dennis Allen another year. Hey,
never ending tie.
I hope it's 0-0 until the overtime.
It seems to keep Dennis Allen another year. I don't know.
That's awful.
I don't know. I don't know. Some of these teams I can't even judge because of the decisions they made in the past. I don't know.
What?
And
I
just
Sean Payton. Do you think Sean Payton goes to Arizona? Do you think he goes to San Diego? No, LA, or does he go to Denver?
He has many options. I don't know, and it depends on if they really got to trade for him. Then who has the better assets? Who has the better weaponry to give up for him?
Giving up an early first round for a coach.
That's the thing. I don't know. A lot of these are going to be like really interesting and weird to see where these coaches go. Frank Reich is still running around out there. Like that's unfortunate what happened to him in Indy, but
I think
I'm not saying he's a horrible coach.
Yeah. I really like Frank. Frank's good.
Frank Wright's going to be offensive coordinator somewhere.
Yeah, but that's still going to contribute to whatever team he goes to. I'm not saying he's going to head coach, but that might change the outlook of a team that need an offensive help. He already said that they or lose McCarthy's job is safe. Okay, well,
Jerry Jones says a lot of things talks out the side of his mouth.
Yeah.
I said his job is safe. I'm taking it away from him. It's safe in my hands, and I'm going to give it to somebody else.
He was on the line earlier this season.
Exactly. I mean, he almost got fired last year.
Yeah. What's up?
No, he meant the contract's in a safe. There you
exactly.
Go. Yeah.
So, you don't understand. Glory hole. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, dude. So.
So yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Minimum require a first round pick. But that's the thing. Do you give that much up for a coach?
And then for how long? Like, I feel like you would have to
I wouldn't.
A long contract for that.
I wouldn't because I don't even know. What if he leaves me? What if he leaves me like he did to leave his former team? I don't know. Like
but he was still there for
2 years.
He was there 14 years. Like he was there a long time.
Yeah, but at one point it's like, okay, well, I gave up. Now, like, what? I don't know. Like, is it because he didn't like coaching anymore? Maybe he comes in and he regrets the decision and says, "You know what? I made a mistake."
Only team I can see them saying that about would be Arizona. I think Denver, he'll be okay because it's John Elway there, and he'll tell him, "Hey, I will go get somebody no matter what. We only got to deal with Russell for 2 years. We'll do whatever."
You never know. He might be Pineapple Express and go on his phone call and call him. He's like, "Oh, I made a mistake. You never know. There's just something. I'm not going to trade a first for a coach. I just can't.
I don't think
Yeah.
If it's a late first rounder, I can see it.
Mhm.
But
That's
like,
a lot.
man, so you telling me you rather have him than who's a late first rounder?
Like in this draft.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson like is a late first round pick. You can
you're
have
gonna
either
have to give up
Lamar
more for
Jackson
him.
or you're going to get Sean Payton. Like really,
You're gonna give
gonna
up
go
more
Sean
than
Payton?
for him. Look,
No, but I'm saying he's a late first round pick. He was a third,
Yeah.
like 30th pick of the draft.
oh yeah,
That's what you're giving
I was
up.
gonna compare it to this
That
year's
opportunity. You
But
know?
yeah.
For this year's
Well, it's hard to tell because because like Lamar already proven himself, and he was at that position. So
but
it's
that's
like,
the opposite. Yeah, that's
the
that's what
potential of
the potential
somebody.
of getting someone like that is what you're going to be giving up. That's
Yeah.
nuts to me.
Well, here's the deal. You were talking about trading for Sean Payton. I looked it up real quick. Just minimum first round pick. Back in 2002, Al Davis traded Gruden. Do you remember the guys that won trade? Now, Tampa gave up a massive haul of exchange by sending the 02, 03 first round draft picks, along with 02 and 04 second round picks, plus $8 million in cash. So I think that being compared to just the first round, what do you rather choose? Give up one first round or giving up 2 and 3 for the next 2 years?
I wouldn't have given up any of those things because John Gruden only won with Tony Dungy's guys. Like, and he didn't do anything when it was his own guys, so that was a waste of a pick.
Okay, that's fine.
So it was
now,
literally
then that means,
would
would
bad
you
for each
trade
team.
Peyton though? Back to my question: would you rather trade Peyton with a one pick, or rather trade for a coach with those multiple picks plus $8 million cash?
The one, I guess, if you put it
Yeah,
that way.
But that's a
Right,
terrible. It's like, would you rather jump off a cliff or drive off a cliff?
It doesn't
Either.
matter though.
I would rather stop
It doesn't matter because
and not.
that's my point. I think trading for Peyton for one first round is good enough for me. Compared to what happened in the past, that's good enough for me.
I would just rather go get another coach.
That's an option also. See what Frank is going to be out there.
Go find me a quarterback guru, and I'll be good.
Send Harbaugh to Denver. I can see that. I can see that.
That'd be-
No, I think he would hate Russell Wilson. He'll
Real
take his
quick,
office
man.
away. He would take everything away. As soon as he starts talking on the airplane, he'd be like, "Shut up, Russell, sit down." Like Harbaugh would be
I'm gonna trade.
horrible.
I would trade for
Let's
Drew Lock.
ride your ass back to that seat.
Yeah.
Nah, Harbaugh's a college guy, man. I think college coaches have so much more power and influence than
Mhm.
NFL coaches. I mean,
I-
in
but
college,
you know
they're
what?
the guys. I
You
think
gotta
he'd like
remember-
We'll
being
get
that.
to it.
His brother loves, like, they're the biggest competitors ever. So his brother's doing it. He wants to go do it. So he wants to come back, but he has to come back with the right team.
Win right away.
No, it just has to be a team that he feels comfortable with. I think if the Bears offered him the job and paid him the money, he would have took the Bears
The
job.
Bears did offer them the job before he refused.
They didn't offer him the job.
No,
There
it was a rumor. He was like
I'm-
on the list.
Yeah, they never offered him the
that's
job.
right. My bad. I
Yeah.
checked my list. Yeah, you're right. He was on the list, and I think they were going to interview him, but
Also,
there was a lot
everyone's
of
on the
things.
list.
Right, everything wasn't lining up for him.
So it had to be the right job. So
And hey, Anthony, we'll get to it. We're I guess we're diving into coaching like really bad right now. So we'll get to that.
we're just talking about you. Never mind. Who do you find? Carr or Jimmy G?
Well, because I don't know, because we're all talking about coaches, Harbaugh to Denver, and then Kadani saying he's looking at a staff right in front of him. The only question is who's going to be the GM, head coach, or who's the head coach, OC, DC, step, and all that. Between us four is what he's saying. You four, I run the team as good manager, Tony Montana accent, talking trades and track. Stupid, man. Warren Sapp said, ask Gruden that he was like, hey, ain't there supposed to be some players or something that comes with you? I got you on a Gruden told him one of the most beautiful people in the world. Like, look,
Wow.
between
Okay.
us four, I don't even know. Look, Me and Brian would probably fight for defensive coordinator.
We're
We're gonna shove Fredo to special teams.
Wow.
because you get 2 kickers, man.
Wow.
Which
Two
leaves
kickers.
Tank the easy probably head coach because me and Brian are gonna fight for defense. So whoever
It
wins
was have to be
that
the
fight
offensive coordinator.
was gonna be the offensive coordinator. I think that's how it'll be. If you really look at it. And then if something happens, we go terribly wrong. Tank could be the one gone because they look at him first and like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, but then all you guys follow because no one stays.
No,
It's
because
his fault.
special
But it's
teams,
also his fault.
special teams would be the head coach, right? That's
Yep,
usually how it works.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Fredo would be the next guy. Me and
usually
Brian
that.
would be the safest.
Hey,
I
my
don't know.
defense would be good. I don't care.
Mr. Unlimited going to be very limited with Harbaugh. I don't know.
He's very limited. I'm telling you, Russell's going to have a bounce back year. It's just we need
I
to
hope so.
get him. He needs to have the right system. He needs to have. They have to be a run first team, and they play action off of Russell Wilson.
Yes.
That's
With
what has to
Williams coming back next year, it's going to definitely help him.
be. He
that
was doing
loss-
okay.
that
That first
loss-
game. Think about the first game. They wouldn't have even lost that first game if they coached
The loss
well.
of Williams really impacted the entire team, to be honest. And then it was just like, all right, they had to focus on. Look, the whole thing was. I don't know. I can't even. I'm still questioning what the hell just happened, and it was all the coaching, in my opinion.
Yep.
So
And coach, you need a strong-willed coach that's going to tell Russell, "You're my quarterback, but you're not the leader of this team. You need to sit down right now, and you let him shine when it's time for him to shine. But you tell him to sit down. I'm the leader of this team. When it's time for him to sit down.
mhm,
And when you don't have a strong enough personality, that becomes a problem.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Coaching's a big deal, and a lot of people who don't watch football just kind of look at the players and like, oh, the players suck, the players suck. I'm like, a lot of it has to do with the coaching, and it doesn't. You have
You
to
made
look
it
at
to
it
the
that way.
NFL. Most players are good. This got to be in the right scheme. A lot of coaches want the players to fit into their scheme instead of fitting a scheme around the players.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest issue, and I feel like you have to adapt to what your guys are. This is why I think Andy Reid is the best coach of all time. In my opinion, he adapts to his players, and you see it. Yes, he plays games every now and then, but he adapts to what he has, and I think this is why he's one of my favorite coaches.
I think he's a very good
That's hard to
coach.
argue.
I don't know if he's Belichick good, but he's very good. I like Tomlin.
think-
I love Tomlin, but I also don't think Tomlin is Belichick good. But I love Tomlin. I would take him over everybody.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's
Well, real quick, with the head coach though, it's like you also need to have it's more off field too. If there was a good head coach on that plane and you have a dumb motherfucker doing push-ups and jumping jacks and going screaming up and down the aisles, let's ride. A head coach is like, hey, come here. You need to sit down, man.
what
It's
are you
like, read the room, man. Read the room. Like no one wants to hear that shit right now.
You're not in college. Hey, I told
Yeah.
the stewardess, hey, can you turn on the seatbelt sign, please?
Just for that player. Just for him.
Just
yeah, and that's the
go ass
thing.
down.
They should have stopped him.
Exactly. They should have stopped him.
So I mean, the head coach does a lot of off the field stuff. I think we talked about it last week. Is like that's a 24/7 job. You might get a call in the middle of the night. So with something like that, you need to be able to like. And I think, it's exactly that because like you didn't see his personality in Seattle. He comes over here, no one is controlling him like that, and then you're like, oh, he's fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's just that strong of a personality. He's the leader of that team. When you have Pete Carroll, that's what it is.
Yeah. So
that
definitely gets special treatment.
But Pete Carroll would never let that happen.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh, Russ, you want a special? I got a special office for you." And he takes him to his locker. Say, "Here's
Takes it to the trash can.
You can do whatever you want to do in this locker right here. Sit your ass here. This is where you're gonna be.
Yeah.
We'll put a door around that for you. Good job."
All right, so let's go back. I mean, we got player questions now.
Yeah,
but I do want to. We'll get to these, Jonathan. But there's one that I've been kind of looking at, and I want to address. Who gets the job first?
Carr.
Like we're talking like you think Carr?
Yeah.
And it's because of the injury of Jimmy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Carr has more potential of being better.
I think without the injury, though, I think Jimmy G probably would have been the first one called.
I agree with that.
Carr,
If Jimmy wasn't hurt, I think it would have been Jimmy over Carr.
I like Carr in Washington.
I could see that.
Not bad.
I like a great defense, all that talent around him. Like I like Carr in Washington. I really do.
You like him in Washington over Indy? I kind of like him in Indy.
Yes. And Indy needs to go get a young guy.
Indy needs to draft someone already.
They need to draft. They can't continue to go with old people.
It's not working.
Like literally, our ages, our 4 ages are like the 4 quarterbacks that have played that been for Indy. That's where like our ages is exactly what they've been. Like there's no need.
Shit, if that's the case, I'm retired.
Why though? Why wash? No, I don't see that at all. I'm beginning of the season, I think I was the only one who loved Sam Howell, and then now everybody finally sees it. I'm like, that right there can be a potential like awesomeness, but we have to see it first. I get
Here's my thing. Once again, if you have a new owner, they're going to go pay money for it.
I see him.
Oh, I like what Anthony's saying though. I do like what
Anthony's saying. I see him with the Saints, or because look, Jameis Winston.
I don't think they have enough talent for a Carr. I see Jimmy go to the Saints personally, or even Tampa Bay. I think Jimmy go to Tampa Bay.
I can see that.
Jimmy's probably going to go to Tampa Bay.
Does that mean Brady's going to retire, or he's going to go somewhere else?
He's going to go somewhere else. He's not staying Tampa Bay.
Thank you.
I know, Mark. I'm telling you, if a new guy comes and buys that team, they're going to buy a quarterback too.
Carr to the Jets.
I don't mind that.
And then Jones to Las Vegas. He's still riding that trade, man.
No, that's not happening.
Indians and Jimmy to Washington or Raiders. I see him with the Raiders, dude. But that injury really.
I don't think you have to wait for Jimmy. Jimmy's going to be someone you're going to grab.
They're going to wait till after he gets healthy. Yeah. It's probably going to be not till next season.
And that's why I don't think any of the major jobs are going to go to Jimmy. Jimmy might go like somewhere like Carolina or something like that. Someone who doesn't necessarily need a quarterback right now, but they might bring competition in. It's going to be something like
all of that's going to be talked about after the draft. In May through June, we're going to start seeing new faces, new places. Yeah. We still got to wait for Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Anderson, Will Levis. My bad.
I can't believe
Jaron Hall.
Will Levis, the fact that Indianapolis is in love with Will Levis drives me nuts. I think that's such a terrible job. If they take him number 1 overall, I mean, they deserve it. They deserve not to be good.
Yeah. Time to just go back to the coaching. I think thank God Tomlin keeps his winning streak alive at 16. I mean, if I was on the plane, I'd be sneak up with a RKO out of nowhere when he's doing the high knees in front of me. Yeah, man. I mean, Pete Carroll did favors for Reggie Bush. Wait.
Too soon?
Stupid, bro. I'm about to sit through the whole Miami's Buffalo game with this guy. So,
oh boy,
he's a funny dude though.
You're gonna be dying.
No, he's funny. He's actually a really cool, calm, collected person. But then when he says like jokes, it's pretty funny. So,
I like what he's saying. Saints going drafting Caleb Williams 2024. I can see that going with someone this year and then drafting him.
No.
I don't see that happening.
It depends on if they get a high draft pick or not. If the Raiders don't, if someone else outbids the Raiders and they can't get one of the 3 quarterbacks, Brady's going to the Raiders. It's what's going to happen.
2020.
Because he's a show. What do old people do right before they retire? They go to Vegas and they have their own little show and all that stuff. That's what Brady's gonna go. He's gonna go to Vegas. He's gonna have his own little show, the Brady Hour,
or where's his ex-wife went? To Miami or California, was it?
Is she there? She's traveling around the world.
Who knows? She's traveling around the world.
Yeah,
she's.
Yeah. Bears owners need to calm down and not piss Fields off. He better have told him. He was saying in that press conference was the boost the draft pick. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
and that's
sure
the whole reason why they
I'm
grabbed
pretty sure he did.
Felix Jones.
Yeah.
No, so
But this year, they better tell him, boy, let us do our job.
Yeah.
Because last year
your
you screwed us
opinion.
with that pick.
In the press conference, basically, they're saying, Fields is our guy for next year. He has some lot things to do. He has to grow, and then you're saying, someone will have to blow us away for us to draft a quarterback. You're doing that just because you'd have the number one pick, and you need someone to come up and grab your number one pick. That's why you're saying those things. Justin Fields is going to be a quarterback going forward, and if he's not, the entire city will burn down Hallis Hall. Like everything would be gone.
A lot of the teammates, I think, would be upset too. You know,
Everyone,
they're
people will
behind him a
leave.
lot, but,
Yeah, people will leave. Like he's the leader of the team, so there's no question. And they feel
you're
like
you're hyping up that pick to.
You're trying to get people to come
sell
take
it
this
higher.
pick. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fields at running back next year and a young too. No.
No, what is it? Taysom Hill 2.0 now? No.
Fields is not a running back, guys.
No.
He's not.
If anything, they'll convert him to safety or receiver.
Imagine.
If I was the Bears, I'd trade that pick for 4.
I would trade it to the Indianapolis Colts for Michael Pittman. Give me Michael Pittman. Give me the fourth. Give me a third round this year, and give me a first rounder next year. That's what I want.
If that happens, I would be happy in my dynasty league. I got Fields.
You got Fields.
I'd be okay
Fields
with
and
that.
Pittman.
But in real
It makes
football,
sense.
I would be upset.
But that makes sense though. So then the Bears go down to 4. Still get Anderson. Still get your rush D in.
I don't think Anderson will be with you. I think you guys.
He has to.
I'm jumping on
all
this.
3 quarterbacks are going. Three quarterbacks are going.
I'm jumping on this trade, man. I'm jumping that the Bears are going to move down a couple spots. What's going to happen is Bryce Young's going to be a Texan. The Cardinals are going to draft Will Anderson because of the loss of JJ, but I think they already needed a defensive line anyways.
The Colts are going to get
CJ Stroud.
Colts are going to get Will Levis. They have him rated as the number 1 quarterback on their board.
CJ Stroud. But
They should go get CJ Stroud, but I don't think they're. It's about the owner. And that leaves CJ Stroud. That's why I think on the 4th pick, Will Anderson's still going to be there.
I don't think I'm going to stay. I think I'm going to leave after the Bills game, bro. We'll see. We'll see how I am at the end of this next game. Speaking of which, I should probably start getting ready.
Wait, before you get.
Oh, you got one more? Man.
Hey, Martin, we're all getting drunk here, man. You look blurry.
Like one too many shots.
One too many shots, yes.
I upgraded the camera too. I need to put my new cameras in. This camera's
disable autofocus. You have to do that to the computer shit. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's all right.
Good. Great. Googly.
What?
Man, I haven't taken a shot of Hennessy in a while, man.
I took 3.
While.
I agree.
I'm glad you're staying home.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I want to say some stuff, but it's burning so bad.
What if somehow Lamar Jackson becomes available in free agency? Do the Colts get him?
Vegas goes get him. If Lamar Jackson becomes available, Vegas goes get Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
nice.
would Lamar even want to go there?
It is to see us all together. I thank you for pointing that out.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yes,
It has
sir.
been a while, and I'm surprised Fredo's not gone yet.
No.
30 minutes seems like I got it.
Hey, I was gonna say, where's the blanket?
Oh, I have 2 sweaters on.
Ah.
I got teased about my Snuggie, so I'm like, all right, let me man up. Let me man up.
The Snuggie, you got your little mittens on.
Yeah.
Look like a bum just hanging out with his blanket, man. Why haven't you gotten yourself a little space heater?
Because
because I'm
Walmart's too
clumsy.
far. Because
I'm
Walmart's too
clumsy.
far, huh?
No, I'm clumsy and I forget. Because if it
it's
put the space heater here, I'll forget it's on. I'll turn it off. I'll go upstairs. I get questioned by Jess like 3-4 times. Is it off? Yes. 2 minutes later, are you sure it's off? Is it off right? I'm like, yes, it's off. So I just eliminate all that BS and just stick with, extra socks, thicker pants, 2 sweaters,
Jesus, man.
2 kickers.
2 quickers.
He says
Yeah.
Will Levis is the new Mitch. I don't know, man.
I agree. I think Will Levis is a new Mitch. I do think that. I think you're going to turn around. We're going to see C.J. Stroud is going to be special. Bryce Young is super talented. He's going to be the best coming out. C.J. Stroud's going to be the best in 3 years. Just wait.
Oh,
3
that's
years
a hot
now.
take.
But I kind of see that.
Coming out,
Maybe.
Bryce Young is going to be like slinging the ball, doing all type of great stuff, and then he's good, and he's going to get hurt. And then C.J.
The
Stroud.
Rodgers
is
ones,
gonna
yeah, for sure. That one, I think. But as for the Lamar one, I can see that. I think there's going to be a team out there that's going to pay a hefty price for him.
So they're going to say you got to give me 3 first rounders for Lamar, and they're going to franchise him.
Yeah, they're gonna
Franchise him.
so,
And for 2 years.
so hard to get.
2 years they can have him. You can literally franchise him for 2 more years. And they're going to say, show me you have a healthy season. Until you have a healthy season, I'm not going to do anything for you.
So what team you think Lamar might go to besides Vegas?
In 2 years, I don't know, because the whole NFL could be
Different
changed
by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You
like
might see-
without the franchise.
I there's no way that the Baltimore does not franchise him.
Just shits and gigs. Let's see. They don't.
I can't do that with my Lamar Jackson jersey on, bro. I have a Lamar Jackson jersey on right now.
I don't I know the unlikelihood of this happening is very it's not going to happen, but I would love if Lamar ended with the Colts, man. If he was there with the Colts, there'd be so much talent there, it'd be unbelievable. That's all they need. And I feel like, they probably
He's not
get
gonna go anywhere
another...
that doesn't have an offensive coordinator right now. You need to
I know,
have a
but that
good
might
offensive
change this
coordinator.
season. I don't know. I'm just saying, I would love to see. I don't know. That's just me.
Indeed.
I would like him. I wouldn't mind Lamar going to Arizona. I think that's better.
Tag Lamar now for $45 million next year, over the $55 million. I'm sure that isn't it start at 33 or something like that? 35.
It's under $35 million.
Yeah,
for the tag.
they'll
Next
probably
year.
do. CJ McCarrison will be the next. Yeah, I don't look. Lamar going to swap with Fit? No,
Hell no.
Jesus.
no. No.
We're good.
They've invested too much, and I think they like Fields too much there.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
I
mean,
think
I've
Fields
heard-
is just fine.
There's a lot of Chicago radio. I'm sorry, Martin. Go ahead, bro.
No.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because I've heard a lot of Chicago radio, and I've been listening, and they're like, "Oh, trade for Lamar and Fields, or trade Fields to get Lamar, or trade Fields and we'll get this QB coming out of the draft since we got number 1." I'm just driving, and I'm like, "You guys are freaking idiots." Well, that's don't do that. I mean, Chicago is known for not having a QB at all. So now we actually have a QB. You want to get rid of him? It's idiotic.
Yeah.
Why trade for a guy who's been hurt almost every season the last 3 seasons?
Exactly. That's my point.
Mhm.
I mean, with all that, still just keep the guy. He's working for us. We like him. We all like him. Some people love him more than others.
Nah, it's not gonna be 1 for 1. I look.
No way.
I don't even want to talk about that because I don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
It's not.
I mean-
gonna happen. I see the Colts because they like washed up, banged up quarterbacks from old teams, and maybe the Seahawks.
I don't know. He's so young still. And that's the thing with Lamar. If you take out, he's still accurate. If you show him have an offensive passing game, I feel like the Ravens have the worst offensive passing game I've ever seen in the NFL ever. Period. I've never seen an offensive passing game that bad. And so if the Ravens could go get an offensive coordinator that knows how to, even a passing coordinator, you can keep on doing the running, have a passing coordinator that can start to develop your passing, Lamar will become unbelievable. And why would you want to go away from that? So no, I could say I think Lamar is staying with the Ravens.
That's
I think
what
they're
I
going
think
to
too.
invest in him.
Yeah.
I think he's staying there. I would like to see him either Indy or maybe the Panthers.
Panthers would be nice.
You know, Panthers would be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
I don't think
a
there's
lot.
enough talent there. It's not enough talent.
I need
There's more talent in Baltimore.
Well, what do you think about Atlanta?
pass catcher wise. No,
What do you think
Atlanta's
about
same
Atlanta?
overall,
Same thing. It's not enough talent there. You need somewhere that he's going to have two good receivers. Like when he says Seattle, that will be very interesting because Lockett and DK Metcalf, along with his running ability, and Pete Carroll, a strong enough personality that can hold on to someone. And I think when you have a great quarterback, you really need a great coach to be able to hold on to him.
Yeah.
No,
So I do like Lamar for
to
Indy for their top pick plus a bit more. Okay, or
you need-
Lamar to
he needs
Seattle
three.
and Geno to New York. They sending his ass
Geno's
back
not going
to New
back to
York.
the Jets.
No,
He's not going back to the Jets.
If Jimmy goes to the
revenge
Jets,
tour.
that's where he's gonna retire and die.
Yeah, Geno's going to be like, I'm out. Nope.
Yeah. So Ravens offensive coordinator might be the worst or one of the worst, probably.
I
So,
think he is.
Colts need an O
What's
line. Matt Ryan
up?
was getting killed, but what do you think about Lamar going to do? Look,
But no, but the Colts are good at run blocking, but they're terrible at pass blocking, so I don't like Lamar. What's up, Lucas?
yeah,
We're working on throwing the ball, right? Quick
Yeah.
release.
Yeah.
Quick release. Your mom doesn't like you playing real football, so we got a quick release. So we'll do flag football, and then we'll develop it to a point where you're so good you gotta play football. And she finally said, "Okay,
Water boy.
all right." my mama said, like, "No, we got you. Don't worry about it." My mama doesn't know on her. Don't listen to this, Erica. Don't listen to this.
but yeah. To what Anthony's saying, the Colts need an O-line for sure. I don't think Matt Ryan's gonna be there either, though. I honestly think they just need to develop that entire O-line in QB situation. I mean,
Until they get a left and right tackle, I think they're going to have a big problem. They need to go get a franchise left tackle. The guy from Northwestern would be really. I think the coach should stay pat at 4 and go get the left tackle from Northwestern. That would be the best for them. And then if you do that along with all the guys that they do have, because the interior of their line is pretty good.
I think though,
do that
you
and then
fix
go
the
get
line
a right
first.
tackle.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Exactly. You have to do that, and then you go get your quarterback next year. Because if you're still bad,
know.
you go get Caleb Williams. You could be good with that.
I think you look, if you pick up CJ Stroud and let him sit there while you develop the line,
they won't. Because CJ Stroud's they're going to see his arm. They're going to see the talent. They're going to see the magic that happens when he's on the field, and you can't deny it. That's what it is.
But I know they're not smart, but if they were smart, they would bench him and fix the old line and let them sit there while they develop this line. Like it'll take after they get CJ. Like I'm just saying, after they get CJ Stroud, next 2-3 picks, figure out the line. The following year, the very first pick, get yourself the best lineman there is, and reconfigure that line in like 2 years. By the time CJ Stroud is ready to play. And that's what I think.
Does any team ever do that?
Waste 2-3 years.
No, and that's the issue. Like a lot of
look at Chicago. They threw Fields in right away. And all right, we're gonna let you get beat up.
I think the smartest team that I've seen so far, and I'm not doing bandwagon here at all, but is the Washington Commanders and the Falcons. They waited late in the season. The
best thing I've ever seen was the Chiefs. What they did, with Mahomes.
Yeah,
that was the best.
I'm just saying. As of
show them
recent,
how to do it, and then
as of recent,
let's go ahead and do this. I mean, that's what they should. They should do a Mahomes type of thing. Can you imagine them going getting Jimmy Garoppolo, and say, okay, no one wants you this year. You come with us for this year. We'll let you go. We'll give you $20 million. Let's go draft CJ Stroud. CJ, watch him. Watch what he does. See how he wins. Why he wins. The next year, let CJ Stroud take over because now you saw his talent. You worked on all his mechanics, worked all of his inefficiencies out, and you let him start. And you do the Mahomes thing, and you surround around talent. You already have talent there.
Yeah, I do like this take though. Stenson Bennett, I do like that.
I don't think Stetson Bennett is. I think he's a 3rd round draft pick.
Yeah, that's exactly what that goes to your point. Get yourself the first lineman, whoever you said. Who did you say?
He's the left tackle from Northwestern. He's definitely your best left tackle. I'm blanking his name
something.
right now.
Peter.
Cottontail.
No, you're stupid. Peter something. I know. Look, I know because his last name starts with an S, and it's like some weird Russian freaking name. It's not. It's like something. Brandon, where are you at? Yeah, no, I agree.
Peter,
but if that was if you get
Skoronski, Peter Skoronski.
Yes, if you get him there, and then the second pick, maybe something, and then you get Bennett there at your 3rd or 4th.
You can do that. Yeah,
that's
that
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
Interesting because you already got Quentin Nelson, who is probably the 2nd or 3rd best left guard in the league, along with a great left tackle. Move Raymond to right tackle, and then you keep Brian Kelly at your center and go get another right guard. If you do that, that fixes your line problem, and now you can pass block. You know, now if you put Stetson Bennett behind that, the problem with Stetson Bennett is he's so fucking old. That's the issue. He's 26, so by the time he figures it all out, he's 29. I don't know if you do that. I think you fix your old line. You still stay bad for a year, and then next year try to go get Caleb Williams.
I'd like getting somebody this year and let him sit.
I understand, but I could say you could sign Jimmy Garoppolo to a 2-year contract. No one else is going to be, because coming off the injury, no one's going to be offering that. Sign him for a 2-year, $35 million contract. No one.
Yeah, but I think that they've been doing it so long. This is why, like what Jonathan is saying, I agree with him. Like the fact that they just get old QBs and let them sit. Like,
and then Pittman is also, he'll be 2 years older. Yeah,
I'm just like
JT.
Look, I feel so bad for Pittman that he has not had a consecutive quarterback to work with since he's been in the NFL.
Yeah,
come on to Chicago. Come on,
it's
just crazy. I don't know. Anyways,
so after listening to Brian and all that stuff, I think Antihero's question. I think Brian should be the head coach.
You're not talking about what Kadani said here.
No.
Kadani being Kadani.
So I don't want to be the head coach because I don't want to have to fire anybody.
Yeah.
I do it. I did it in our tag team, man. I cut people.
I'm too much of a nice guy.
No, you would throw the organization into the war. You would put who's the Houston's old coach that screwed the entire organization for the next 5 years?
Lovie Smith.
No.
Before Lovie.
Starts with an O.
No, the guy from
starts with an O.
I know which one. Brandon.
The one who traded for nothing. Deshaun
Orion Bailey.
O'Brien.
That dude, that's Fredo.
I would not
O'Brien. That's Fredo.
I would not do that.
Yes, you would.
No, I would.
You would.
You didn't like it? I'm trading you for a 2nd round pick, but I can get you at least a 2 first. I want a 2nd. I don't want those 2 first because I said it. Bill O'Brien.
On his way out, he'll since we have 2 kickers, Fredo would be like Urban Meyer and kick the kicker. You know, that's what he would do. On his way out, that's what Fredo would do.
Oh man, he's the only one with coaching experience up here, so I don't know.
But then again, when have the Colts not have anybody old there? I don't think they care about age. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that Bennett would make sense because you get a young guy, but he's still old.
By the time they fix what they have, and next year he'd be like, "Oh, you know what? He's the right age. He's old enough to play." There's an age requirement in the Colts.
They have to ripen up. Like he's right now. He's good.
Yeah, Pittman getting that scary Terry treatment. Look.
What do you think about Terry McLaurin? Do you think Terry McLaurin stays with Washington?
I think they keep him somehow, some way.
How? I mean, you can tell he's not going to be their number 1 receiver anymore. That's just it. And
John
he has
Dodson?
number one receiver talent.
Yeah, but I think they keep him. I think. Look, I'm excited for what the Colts have. If they roll with Sam Howell, I think. I hope the only thing that's negative for them in my mind right now is Major Tutty. That's it. Other than that, I feel like they're rising somehow, some way, but I don't know. Their mascot is beyond ugly, man.
Wait,
Major
the
Tutty.
Chargers head coach has been fired.
I knew it. I told you it was happening.
Yeah.
Staley was getting fired.
There it is.
Yeah,
He deserves it.
breaking news. This was like 33 seconds ago.
Dude, he deserves to be fired. He deserves.
Well, then I
Do
saw
it again. Do it again.
There we go.
Do it again. Get that.
Breaking news: Chargers head coach Brandon Staley has been fired following the last night's wild card collapse. Damn. So
It's
the
not
Chargers
just
continue
that,
to
it's also what you did
underachieve
with
despite
Mike
having one of the most talented roster in the NFL.
They easily have the most talented roster. like they have two number one receivers. Eckler has scored 40 touchdowns. 40.
They also revealed their new logo. So
Wow, that's crazy.
Is that too soon for Martin? Too soon?
No, I've been saying it since last night. I saw it last night. And I'm like, I wonder how many idiots I'm gonna have to deal with for the next week. I'm already dealing with one. Thank you, Tank.
hey, that's the internet.
I probably will get
I'm just
some.
showing it to you.
The only person who has enough respect for me is Mark. Everybody else,
Oh, just wait till
everybody
Wednesday.
else would get no. I'm serious. Everybody else comes and will probably mess with me, and it's fine because I love every single one of y'all. But I know you're all idiots as well.
Oh,
So
yes.
I don't even got to deal with this. I don't have to deal with it because I know I'm gonna get it.
There's that one. Yeah, I'll call an ambulance, but not for me.
So yeah, no, I saw that last night, literally as the game was ending, man. Like that
Right,
was coming
yeah.
out instantly. I'm like, I bet you I'm gonna get that.
Oh,
And then, and here's the thing: for the people that I don't talk to as much about football as much, I'm probably gonna get it later in the week too. That's just the way it is. It's fine.
I mean, Matt Ryan was watching that game like, man, y'all really choked. He was.
It's fine. It's something that
Well,
the only thing.
They already announced next year's coach.
It's the only thing that people have on Atlanta. Other than that, nobody can say anything else about it. But that's the one thing that everybody needs.
Oh my God.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Man, they put that meme on there. Go ahead, leave it. Go ahead. Leave it.
I wasn't ready for that one. Oh my
No,
God.
that's fine.
All right, so
Hey.
so you think Sean Payton might go
They
to the
messed up.
Chargers?
They messed up.
That's why you fire Staley now to jump into the Sean Payton sweepstakes, because you can start interviewing him on the 17th, which is 2 days from now. So you fire him now to jump into that.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, it's the only reason to do that. Because if they get Staley, if the Chargers get Sean Payton, watch the F out. I would not. I mean, can you imagine? That defense has talent on it. You know, Sean Payton's going to go get Vic Fangio to be his defensive coordinator, and they're going to ball the F out.
There you go. Trevor Lawrence still has never lost a game on a Saturday.
Threw 4 interceptions and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he has not ever threw for any interception in the first quarter until yesterday's game.
He threw a lot of interceptions that game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
he threw a lot. Well,
Yeah,
then, did you see where he went to celebrate after the game?
Where?
He went to the Waffle House. Him and a bunch of other players
Hell
went to
yeah.
the Waffle House.
That's what you do.
Yeah, talk about being humble. It's awesome.
No, I mean, that's what you do when you go to college.
Yeah.
That's where you go.
See, there you go. Chargers messed up
Yeah.
by playing Mike Williams that last game. Now, no, they messed up in a lot of stuff. And,
Yeah, but no,
and it's
that-
just not that. They messed up
It
on
was
a lot.
A lot.
That's why
Chargers
when you play
win
that,
the game with
I don't
Mike
feel
Williams.
bad for them.
With Mike Williams, they win that game. The problem was in the second half, the Jags knew exactly what they're going to do. They double Keenan Allen, and they watched out for Austin Eckler, and they put a spy on Austin Eckler. And and you said no one else is going to beat me, and we're just going to pressure you up the middle.
They're not going to hear. They're never going to hear the end of this. Look, you lose a deficit like that, it's just going to sting you for years. Michael, if you're still watching, welcome to the club, and you're going to be hearing about this for years, and it's never going to end until you win a Super Bowl, which is probably unlikely going to happen now because all these other teams are stellar.
If you get Sean Payton is the only one who can give Andy Reid a run for his money as far as offensive mind.
They're losing a lot of players on that team though next year.
So
well,
they got a lot of guys still. They're losing Drew Tranquil, but they can pick these guys. They have money. They haven't paid Herbert yet.
Figure something out, but all I know
haven't paid Herbert yet, so they can still do a lot.
I don't know.
I think my question is Bosa didn't look as dominant as I thought he was going to look coming back.
Yeah, they messed up, man. And yeah, I 100% agree.
You know where Staley came from? I know he was with the Rams before then. Came from the Bears. That was your first mistake. A coach from the Bears. You don't need to do that. That was your first mistake.
Whatever. They have two receivers, two wide receiver ones, two wide receiver twos, a tight end, great defense.
Two tight ends, a great defense.
They messed up, and it's just no way around it. Like I feel like, and the thing is, they're losing a lot of guys in the next couple seasons. They need to do something fast before these contracts run up, because there is a lot of money that's going to have to be forked over to keep these guys.
Well, Khalil Mack is going to cost you too much money. I mean, he's a Pro Bowler this year too.
Yeah, but did they already sign Herbert's contract? Not yet,
so
right?
Herbert, you still have another year.
They need to figure it out soon, because if they don't, they're going to be in a really bad, sticky situation.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be tough. But what you do, you get your defense ready, and then you pay them the money and not having any money for 2 years, unless you get a Mahomes contract. When you have Mahomes who took a pay cut because he could have asked for the moon, and he said, "Give me all this money, but put it over 12 years, and let's massage this salary cap, and let's keep players."
It just might. It might. We don't know. It might, but yeah, they're gonna have to keep him there. They're not gonna go. Look, once you have yourself a QB, you kind of don't want to veer away from it, which kind of agreement to what Fredo was listening to. You don't want to veer away from what you already know you have. Don't take the risk on another guy coming in thinking that's gonna make your guy better. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring in another competition court. Like, no, shut up. Like, stop. Roll with the guy you have. If you're bringing in another guy for competition, then maybe that guy is not good enough already. Maybe you shouldn't be even crossing this thought and just get rid of the guy because you want to bring in a look. Stop. Okay, it's just ridiculous. Go get yourself your guy, work with him, develop him, because quantity is a big thing. As much as quality, develops, you need quantity. You need to give them the reps. You need to let them develop. And this is why I'm a firm believer of a quarterback being there for at least 2 to 3 seasons before you actually know what you got. Because if you come in and you start judging a guy his first year, rookie year, and you're like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm like, well, it's his rookie year. Like, he's going to do rookie mistakes. And on top of that, rookies only play 12 games max their entire year. And you're asking them to do 17 to 18? That's a lot. That's almost
just to bring this conversation full circle. That's what I'm talking about with San Francisco. The problem with them now is that Trey Lance already had 3 years. So like you're gonna to give him 3 more years, you gotta get into that 5th year option already, which is going to be somewhere around $30 million.
All of those years though.
Yeah, but my point is that it doesn't matter. His time clock has started ticking.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's
but
why
that's
you might.
Thing. That's why I don't want to talk about them, because I don't want to be the head coach or GM to that team. Let them figure that out. That's one question I'm going to avoid all off season. I swear to God, no, I'm not going to answer that, because I don't want to be that guy, and I hate to be that situation because it's too hard. And I don't know, because I'm not running that organization. And when I figure it out,
hey, John Lynch, he's
let
a safety.
them deal with it. I got 31 other teams to talk about, and you want to ask me the one question that we don't even know about?
Because no one knows what to do with that.
And no one,
because the problem is Brock Purdy looked so. Do you realize who's the leading receiver? Passer in the playoffs right now? It's Brock Purdy. It's literally Brock,
No,
not
yeah,
Trevor
he had
Lawrence
like
with all those
300
touchdowns.
some yards last night with
Exactly.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what he was doing.
So, okay. How about this? Get rid of Jimmy G. Keep Trey.
I mean, Jimmy G's contract's
Jimmy
over. So you
G's
don't have to-
gone.
Okay,
Stop.
yeah, of course.
Jimmy G
Right,
is
of course.
gone.
Like last year, remember they signed him for a year or two?
Yes,
Because
but I
last year
also
it was the
said that
same
he was going to
situation.
stay because it
Right.
just made sense. And then this year is a for sure fire thing that he's gone.
Right. So let's say Jimmy G's gone. Keep
That's
Trey.
crazy.
Purdy's starting. That competition, concentrate your full arsenal to Purdy. Have Trey there as a backup. Now, if you get something good from a team comes knocking at your door, say, hey, we want Trey. How about we give you XYZ picks plus this player or whatever? If it's good enough, go ahead and get rid of it.
The problem
Because
is
that-
I don't believe you can keep Trey Lance behind Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well I mean,
You cannot do that to them. You can't do that to Purdy because neither one of them are going to succeed in that situation. And that's what's so hard about this whole thing because you can't. I don't know what you get rid of. I don't know what you do. And if you get rid of Purdy or you tell Purdy to go back to being a backup, you might
keep
lose.
Purdy. No, keep Purdy.
But I'm
Keep
saying
Purdy
you
as a
might-
starter
The
because look
Saints
what
do
he's
crazy
done
things
lately.
every year,
But you-
Jonathan.
But you
Okay.
can't put Trey Lance, who you took you gave up 3 first-round picks for. You cannot
done
put him
with.
on your bench. It
It's
doesn't
done
matter.
with.
It's not done with because your salary cap matters. So those things matter. So like you have to do
Yeah,
a
speaking
5th-year
of salary
option
cap,
on that
Let me
guy.
just shut this down real quick. The Saints always somehow magically work some dark magic.
Yeah.
And
I don't
always
even understand
somehow-
how it's possible.
I don't know.
For the
So,
past,
I'm gonna
like,
shut this.
15 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Continue what you were saying about
Yeah, but I
Jimmy
just,
G ones. Because Jimmy G's gone. Okay.
Jimmy's
Yeah,
out.
Jimmy's gone.
the problem
All right,
is keep
you
Brock
roll
Purdy,
with both of them.
You have to keep both, but you have to give Lance the first option and make Lance either show he's the guy or he's not the guy. Because you already know what Brock
So-
Purdy is. You
so-
can't put Purdy in there and keep Lance as a back because no one's going to pay for someone that you have no idea what he can do.
I understand, but there are times where if the deal is sweet enough, where we'll give you X amount of money to compensate whatever you lost.
Like as in a trade, is that what you're saying?
Yes, as a trade, because there are teams that pay you cash for.
If like the price is right, okay, well here you go. Anthony just said kind of say the same thing. He has Brock starting, Jimmy G is his backup. Look,
Trade Trey Lance.
and trade
I would
Lance.
I would try to trade Trey Lance too, but you're never
Yeah.
gonna get that money back too. And,
Of course,
but you
get
and I
some
don't
of
know if you could get a 1st-round pick. I don't even know you get a 1st-round pick for him. I don't know.
He hasn't shown anything. It's almost like he's a rookie. You know, like
You do. It's
He's
but the
uber
thing is,
talented.
the only thing you're changing here is you keep kicking the can down the road, but you have a bigger boot.
Yeah,
That's the thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, look,
that's a
Enough
good
about that.
analogy.
I'm not talking about the Saints salary cap because they just do the same thing every year.
Somehow
I
they
don't know
figure
how
it out.
they do it. I don't
Somehow
know.
they figure it out. I don't know, guys.
they sell Girl Scout cookies
Okay.
just to make up the ends meet.
I don't know.
Get second jobs.
Look, the whole Trey Lance, Brock Purdy thing, we can stop the Jimmy G stuff now. And until
Jimmy
that
G, he's
happens, I'm
gone.
gonna be relieved. Once that happens, we can stop throwing his name in here. And I'm not saying nothing against you guys, chat. Like nothing against you guys. Like I get it. He's still there, right? But he's not going to be. There's no way in hell they're gonna afford all 3 of these guys. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only lucky thing is that they have Brock Purdy under a cheap contract.
He's
And
Mr.
same with-
Irrelevant. He's Mr.
Right.
Irrelevant.
Right.
Yeah,
You didn't pay him nothing. So the thing is, you're gonna do what the Dolphins did the last 2 seasons. You roll with your guy, and if he sucks, you put in your other guy in. That's what they did with Tua and Fitzpatrick, and it somehow worked out. I think this is what they do with Trey Lance and Purdy, and Trey Lance has a different athletic ability that Purdy doesn't, and I think this is what they're gonna do. Now I could be wrong. We're all so focused on only one guy only, but we're in times where you start 2 to 3 guys now in different spots. Like there's teams out there with 2 to 3 running backs, but we don't really see it because we all focus on the one. We're also fantasy football orientated. Now I'm saying I think the Niners are going to roll with both of them, and depending on what team they're playing, scheme wise, depending on what defense they play, I
don't
think
know
they
you can do
change
that.
it up.
You can't do that because you're quarterback has to be the leader of your team.
I know, but
if that
in
guy,
a situation like this, I'm done with this conversation.
Did you see the offensive line? How much they loved him? Did you see
stupidity?
But did you see how much they loved him? They love Brock Purdy.
I know,
and that's what makes it so hard.
But then flip the charts. You just said that you cannot trade that much equity into one guy and not play him. Did you not just say that?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
During the preseason,
so Brian,
you have to play
Lance,
Brock. You have to play Trey Lance, but you can't.
Exactly.
But I think you tell Brock Purdy you're the starter. You're the starter. If you win me the Super Bowl, you're the starter. I'm playing Trey Lance during the preseason because I'm looking to trade him. I can hold on to him because it's not going to cost me anything, so I will hold on. But I'm showing you that Trey Lance can play. I'm showing you during the whole time, and then someone's going to need a quarterback, and I'm like, let's go.
Okay. But the way you're saying is that you're playing with both of them.
No, I'm playing.
You just told one guy, hey, if you win me the Super Bowl, you're the starter.
You're the starter.
But if not, I'm gonna roll with Trey Lance.
No, I'm playing Trey Lance only in the preseason just to show what he has, and then I'm going to put Purdy back in. Even the problem with that is that Purdy does need the time in the preseason too. But that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I was like, does he after?
Does he?
After the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
You might be
Does
right.
he?
You might be right.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
might
whole
be
point.
right.
I don't want to be talking about this until they figure it out. I don't like the whole situation with them. Is like it's unfortunate. It really is, because we wouldn't be talking about this had Jimmy G been healthy this entire time.
Yep.
But now we're in a situation where you got two upcoming young guys. Like, it's a great problem to have. Don't get me wrong. Like, the Niners they will not have a QB problem for at least 2-3 seasons from now, here on out. So I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna let them handle what they got to do.
What if Malik Willis is not the guy in Tennessee? Tennessee be willing to give up something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many teams that aren't sure about their quarterback. If you can show that Trey Lance could do anything, which I think he did, I think we saw that in the second game before he got hurt. He was pretty accurate. He was able to run the ball. He looked like Justin Fields too, but he looked like he had a better control and better awareness around the offense. So I feel like you can get him and give him away somewhere else and get a first and a second possibly if you show that he could play.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
But again, kind of like what Jonathan said right here.
Improve.
If he improved his passing, then Purdy would be. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it's going to be. But right now, in from what we're seeing now, and if one of them gets hurt, then you've got yourself relying on it.
I can see Jimmy coming in and winning the Super Bowl. I can see that happening.
But I don't think Jimmy G is going to stay there any longer.
He doesn't need to. Yeah. He's a starting quarterback. He's a starting quarterback somewhere.
Yeah, he's going somewhere else. The Niners aren't going to give themselves another headache. They already have 2 headaches. Why would they add another one? Kind of like this. Why even have all 3? It's look, Jonathan's just kind of saying what I'm saying.
Right.
But anyway,
you can't. So
yeah.
But
like
the game has started.
Look, Skip. Okay, stop arguing with me, and let's cut the show because the game's starting.
That's what I just said. Just like Skip Bayless, he once again repeats what I say, and then picks it for his own thing. That's okay. That's all right.
Okay. Like I don't. This is why you and I argue, and then it's funny because you and I argue, but
the same thing.
We're like good friends, but then Fredo and Tank are just like sitting here watching.
Let you guys go. Because you're arguing 1 + 2 = 3, and he's arguing 2 + 1 = 3. So
exactly. Thank you, Kramer. Thank you. I'm like
no.
Agreeing.
By the end of the episode, we always say, "Yeah, we both right."
That's nuts. That's crazy.
Just play one week after like a pitcher rotation. I don't know. Look, again, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna let them figure it out. Anyways, look. Anything last before we close it out?
Football. This might be the best weekend of the year. all these football games. They're all competitive. Just sit back and
Wild
enjoy
card's
it,
fun.
guys. I hate the fact they have it on a Monday night game. I think that's stupid, but they should have had everything on this weekend and made it just a wonderful weekend. But enjoy football this weekend, guys. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Let's go Bills. It's not going to a hot start. Allen already fumbled the ball, but
I saw that too.
We'll see. Although Diggs got a 14-yard reception, so let's go Bills. I think they'll figure it out. I'm taking Bills, Giants in Cincinnati, and I want the Cowboys to win, but there's a good chance they might lose. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm going with all Sandy's picks.
Okay. Which I think it's everything. Except for the Vikings.
The
Vikings are going. Okay.
Yeah. I went up watching that last night too, because like what you did for the game, I did that on Friday night. I came home and fell asleep, and then woke up and I saw the videos out there. So.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite videos. That was one of my favorite.
That was great.
It was good.
Some of the things she thinks about, it's like, okay. I mean, I'm not like it. I wasn't arguing in anything of what she's saying. I let her run it. I did give her the chance. Like I did like the 3 lifelines that I gave her though.
Yeah, that was really smart. That was smart.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, good luck if you guys put any bets on DFS. I was trying to kind of promote it through the chat, but we're gonna continue to do that. I think only 5. I think this is the biggest week there's only 5 of us now this time, right?
It was 5 earlier, so
yeah. So yeah. Anyways, so here she is. Hi, friends. Thanks for the compliments. Martin really helps a lot. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm glad you said that because I've been getting shit on for the last 3 weeks from everybody.
All we said is that you're the 4th reason people come to show, watch your own show. That's all we're saying. You're 4th.
But we all know, you guys are lying.
You're number 4.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. All right, guys. Take it easy, and we'll see you on Tuesday as Brian talks about his Bears and future draft picks and whatnot. So
part therapy, part future luck.
Hopefully these 3 guys will be here. So I don't know. Anyways, all right. We'll see you guys Tuesday. Take care, and let's go Bills. Yeah?
Let's go Bills.
Let's go, guys.
I'm good with that one.
Josh Allen. Let's go.
Later.
Later.